Welcome back to Smart Flips. In this video, I'm going to show you how to package books before shipping, different kinds. These are actually just sold in the last 24 hours and I need them shipped. So the basic stuff I use for shipping is usually just envelopes, especially for books. I usually just use two sizes. One is 9 by 12 and this one is a 12 by 16. They're plenty enough. And most books, if you are just selling like the normal books, they are not usually that big. And if you get to a point where you have a big, either like a whole set or a lot of books, or even like a very thick book with a big hardcover or something like that, in that case, it is better to just use a box. But for most books, they don't need. So, for example, the I have here small, medium size, and kind of large book. One is spiral, the other one is paperback and hardcover. The other thing I use is the bubble wrap. So I guess I'll have to start to show you. I have a whole roll attached here. So basically, for small books, most of the time I'll just put bubble wrap on them. The main difference that honestly get me to the point of choosing what kind of packaging to use is usually the weight. So for example, I know this book is going to be less than 1 pound. If I use it is, let's see, it's just 8 ounces. This one, let's see, this one is it's 15 ounces. So for example, for this one, 15 ounces, if I use just bubble wrap, then I'll put it at the 1 pound limit. At 1 pound, you are paying a price with the media mail when you're shipping media mail. If you are trying to ship, if you go over the 1 pound, then you're paying more. So it counts on that 2 pound segment. So in this case, it's a choice of either double wrap it on the bubble wrap, and that should be good enough, as good as the cardboard, and stay on the 1 pound limit, or just put it on cardboard, and usually it ends up with 4 or 5 ounces more, and then you're paying for that difference. So usually it's usually just like, I think 50-60 cents difference, but it also depends on where it's going. If it's going from, for example, here from Ohio going to Alaska, it's a complete the price difference is much it's not the same as if it's going to the Midwest, or it's going to the East Coast or the West Coast. So it does save up a little, and when you start selling a lot of books, it adds up. So if you're saving 50-60 cents and you're selling 10-20 books a day, that's a lot of money that adds up. That's $5 to $10 that you just shaved off shipping cost. That will not shave on the quality of the shipping, but at the same time, you're not losing money on shipping for unnecessary costs that you could just save up. And also, everybody likes bubble wrap, because at the end of the day, they will be like, yeah, pop in there. Anyway, so let's start, I guess. Okay, so for example, this one is 15 ounces. What I'm gonna do is double wrap it on the bubble wrap bubbles, and this roll is the bubble wrap. You can get them from any of the local stores, but the best deals are usually online. You can buy like a 12 inches by 700 feet of bubble wrap for, I think last time I bought it was like $35. It is available in eBay and on Amazon. The ones you buy locally, they won't last you. Anyway, with this, let's check the weight. It is exactly 1 pound. Alright, so this one, just put it inside this 9 by 12 envelope, and that's it. Very good. One little detail I usually like to add, especially when I have multiple books, I'll write some initials on them based on the title. That way I don't get them mixed up with others and end up losing them, because it did happen more than once. Okay, so yeah, for example, this one, it's a spiral book. It has a spiral side, so it is. I'm still doing the same thing with the bubble wrap because it's easier. I just try to double wrap it on the side of the spiral. Okay. Yeah, and I have a tape that I usually use here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Alright, another 9x12. Sorry, that's my watch. Okay. Okay, the next one. Let's see. This one is a little bit more on the weight. Is 1.2. So, well, this is just because it's brand new. I'll just wrap it too. I honestly don't like to use the cardboard method just because it's time consuming, especially when I have multiple items to package and ship. And by the way, the noise on the side is a tape dispenser. And let's get another 9x12. Yeah, the 9x12 sizes are the ones that I usually go through them pretty quick. I still buy a bulk of 500 of them every time. Okay, this one is 13 ounces. Yay! You win. Bubble wrap. Seen a lot of people just put the books in an envelope and be done with it. They consider this to be just an extra step, but I can tell you I sold a lot of books over the years and never had anybody complain about shipping, ever. And the reason I taped them from the sides, so just in case of, you know how the mail get delivered and it's a rainy day or something, if there is any damage to the envelope or anything, it's still kind of sealed. And also when I close it when I close the tape here, the edges, you will have like still bubble wrap here holding up on the edges. So I know that when the mail carriers are sorting through the mail, they get a toast all over the place. So this is kind of an extra protection for it. I didn't write on this one. Okay, let's go. If I miss just one, I'll be able to figure it out. Okay, last one. Okay, so this one, it's gonna need the... Okay, it is 2.7. So it is a little bit over the 2-pound mark, and it's also going to require cardboard because it's a hardcover. Okay, so the cardboard I'm using is pretty much cardboard that I'm recycling from material received through the packages I get, either that I purchase myself or the pallet liquidations I get. Yeah, there's always a lot of cardboard to get rid of, and I usually keep them for this type of purpose. Okay. Let's see, is this going to be enough? No, it's not going to be enough. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, so you see, for example, here there's like an excess of cardboard that I don't really need. So what I will do is just to double check on the weight. Okay, 2.8. So I could cut it down to something smaller, or I can just like tape it like this. In this case, because the envelope I'll be using is a 12 by 16, it's not gonna be enough. You know, just it's a little bit more, and it's not gonna allow me to put the whole thing inside. So what I will do, I'll tape it from one side, and then I'm gonna try to. Oh, it's a little bit more difficult. So pretty much just scoring it with the cutter. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, you see how this edge is compared to this? This is exactly what was on the other side. So I scored it on this side and then the other side as well, and then bend it and tape it. Okay, just make sure when you're trying to score this, you don't actually use the cutter all the way through and you end up cutting the book. Maybe this one I can actually just cut this piece and just put this. Well, they can toss it all they want. This is going to be pretty secure. Okay. And there you go. It's outside. Okay. Let's just check the weight again. It is 2.6. Okay. So this will do it pretty much for this. To just move. Show you. So you see how using this type of envelopes, it kind of make it that they're sturdy and they're very good. And the other thing is, it make them look decent and nice and professional. The other thing I want to mention is in case if you have any person who bought a book and they paid extra for the medium of not the medium mail, for priority mail. This is very helpful. This type of envelope, it's called the flat rate padded mail. You have to order it through the USPS website. They have a flat rate price, and with books tend to be heavy. So sometimes if you're shipping something that is 2 or 3 pounds and it's going to the from the East Coast to the West Coast, or especially like Hawaii and Alaska, this will save you way too much money. Because if you're trying to send it just normal priority, it will end up sometimes in $18, $20, $25. But if you just put it on this type of envelope, it's, I think right now they increased the price to $8.75. But yeah, otherwise, as far as the shipping, this is the best method I have figured out on how to ship books, and it has been working for me for a while. Never had any complaints, and everybody liked it. I had actually good feedback from a couple customers who had their package kind of left outside in the rain and everything, and it was still in good condition when they got it. Either way, I hope the video was helpful, and I hope you guys liked what you learned today. If you have any comments, feel free to share, and well, good luck to you, and thanks for watching. Take care.